Hello, today I thought we'd do a very simple card. I've got a paper doll. You could have a girl, a man, whatever, a boy. I've got some washi tape. I've got a skeletonized leaf. I've cut into this one already, but I'll show you how to use that. I've got a little bit of scrap of music paper. The number off a bit of music paper, just because I like numbers. I've got a butterfly stamp, which is an indigo blue one from their mixed media packs. Memento ink, distress ink, and the normal things like glue, etc. and scissors. I'll just set everything aside a little bit for the moment and we'll start with the stamping. This is just a plain recycled card blank. I'm going to use my Distress Vintage Photo because I really like this one. I've got, this is I think this is a Tim Holtz stamp, but you could use the same script stamp from the indigo blue mixed media pack, which we'll use this one because then it's the same pack as the butterfly one. But you could use any script stamp, you could use music paper, whatever. I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping round the edges of the card, and it doesn't have to be sort of perfect, it can just be just a bit to bring your eye in a little bit. So I've gone quite across the corner. Let's get a little bit of that there. And I'm just coming round. And at the other corner, I'll come in. Then like this, going up a little bit, and you're sort of tapering off, so that it's going round but tapering off. And if you miss a bit, you can just go and fill it in. So we've got sort of a border, a little bit more up there, around our card blank. Let's see now, where's my inking tool? Careful because this will still be slightly wet, but I'm also going to go around the edge as well. So you see we've got a bit of interest there and there, but we've got shading round the outside, so it almost frames your design. Put that there for a minute. I have actually done the back of this card so you can see how a smaller script stamp would work. So that's the indigo blue one, that is the Tim Holtz one. That's a little bit more subtle, but both would work. We'll use this one seeing as we've done this one. This music paper is vintage music paper, and it's just one, now I aren't sure what the technical term for this is, but it's just one strip of the music. So if you have some music paper like this, what you would do is find an appropriate bit. It could be wider than that, I just happen to like that because that was the right width. Could be this one here. So if you get a ruler, I've already torn a piece off, put your ruler where you want your next tear line to be. So it's difficult to get hold of. Get hold of it and pull it against your ruler, and you'll get a nice strip, but with a distressed edge, which is what you want rather than a cut edge. So that would work just as well there. Maybe down a bit better. And then the paper doll will stand on the music paper. think I actually like the bit narrower music paper, music strip. And I'm putting it fairly well down because it grounds her. Because if you put it up here, she looks as if she's in midair. So I'll glue that on there. Just before I do that, I'll just position her and see what I think. Yeah, I think that looks nice. What I could do is put, this is butterfly, Tim Holtz butterfly washi tape. We could put a little strip of that as well. Don't think we really need it. I think it's fine without. I actually like a really quite simple design to this card. We're not going to glue her on yet because we're going to give her wings. As I say, Red Bull gives you wings. This will, whoa, way too much glue. So I can spread it with my fingers. You do not need that much glue. Even the bit that little bit that I've got on is too much. Right, rid of that. So I'm going to go fairly well down and not quite the full width of the card. Just a little bit less. That's it. And I can just snip that off. Level with the edge of the card. Now I could pop her on there and she'd look nice just as she is, but I thought I would give her wings. I've got this butterfly stamp, as I say, from Indigo Blue. If you haven't got a butterfly stamp, you could just draw some wings or find a picture of a small butterfly in a book, cut it out and then draw around it. This is a stamped piece of tea-stained paper. So I could put, I think I'll probably cut the wings in half, spread them out a bit more. I could give her wings like that. But what's a very nice idea is to get the skeletonized leaves that some of you might have, the butterfly stamp, black ink, and you can either do it either side of the middle vein. This leaf was that shape. That's the middle vein that would go to the top. You could position it so the middle of your butterfly was on the middle vein. I haven't actually got enough room on that one now, so this is a vein, this white bit. So if you position the body of your butterfly onto the white vein, it should give you the same, they'll be identical or very similar sort of bits of leaf. So you can see I've stamped it and it's black. I would then cut it out, which is rather a fiddly job, so I've done it previously. I've got some very, very fine scissors, and what I did was just, and it is difficult to see and it's difficult to cut, but very, very carefully cut round the wings. Now, as I say, it is very, very fiddly job. And you get quite a lot of wings out of one leaf. So if you did make a mistake, you could just go somewhere else in the leaf. So I'll just go around. You don't need to leave the body bit on. You can cut that off because that'll go behind her anyway. So get rid of the spare bits. I'll put it on here and then you can see a bit better. You see you've got a butterfly in very, very wispy leaf. Now it is much easier at this stage if you cut your butterfly down the centre vein. So you've got two bits. At that stage you can then glue it on the back of your girl. So I tend to have her the right way over, get hold of my wings, which are not easy to deal with. If you hold it over something white, then you can see it a bit easier. So I've got that wing, and then that wing. Now, so I put a reasonable amount of glue on, I've got a bit of wiggle room. And can you see on the back, they aren't joined together, so if I'd put it on, if this was the leaf one, if I put it on like that, you wouldn't see as much of the leaves. So as much as of her wings. So then you can adjust it. This wing has got a little bit of white at the edge there. So what I'll do with a black ink pad and a sponge, I will just ink it into black, and I'll just do the edges of her wings. Yeah. Alright, so she's got her wings on. So then you can glue her on. Let's put a little bit on her feet. So that was just extra strong PVA. Normal PVA would glue her on. Now I like to have her stood on something, so I'm going to put her foot so she's stood on the music, and then she's grounded. Can you see? She's now got wings. She looks quite cute with the wings. That's it. Just move her down a bit. I think it needs a little bit of something else. So, the number from the music page, I'm just going to pop up there. I think I like 27. It's got 27 on one side, 28 on the other. And then just a little bit of glue. Smudge it out a bit more so there isn't so much. And up at the top, just level with the top, I'll put the number. That just draws your eye across the card. So basically, that is your card. I'll just show you what these wings would have looked like if I'd used these. So I've cut them in half, like I did the other. And if you can imagine, she had wings like that at either side. I'll have to put them on the top because obviously this is glued down. So she would have looked at bolder wings, but I actually like the fragile look of those wings. So there we are. That's a very, very, basically about 5-minute quick card. I don't think I need anything else. I was going to say I could put a butterfly up there, but I think that would be too heavy. So I'm going to leave it at that, and hope you like that